Welcome back to Currency Revalue, the channel where we break down the latest currency exchange news and updates that matter most to investors and everyday citizens alike. Today, we're looking at a fresh development in Iraq's financial markets. The dollar has risen against the Iraqi dinar once again, and this shift is making headlines across Baghdad and Erbil. But what does this movement actually mean for Iraq's economy, for global investors, and for the bigger conversation surrounding a possible revaluation of the dinar? Let's dive in. On Tuesday afternoon, as the trading day came to a close, the US dollar showed strength against the Iraqi dinar across multiple key markets. In Baghdad, at the closing bell of the Al Kifa and Al Harithia stock exchanges, the exchange rate reached 142,850 dinars per $100. To put that into perspective, just this morning, the rate had been slightly lower at 142,700 dinars per $100. This may sound like a small difference, but for currency watchers, every movement matters, and in Iraq's delicate financial system, such fluctuations can spark wider discussions. Local markets quickly felt the ripple effect. Exchange shops across Baghdad adjusted their prices upward. By late afternoon, selling rates climbed to 144,000 dinars per $100, while buying rates reached 142,000 dinars per $100. For ordinary Iraqis, these shifts affect daily life, from the cost of imported goods to the spending power of families managing tight household budgets. Meanwhile, in Erbil, the capital of the Kurdistan region, the story was similar. The dollar gained strength, with selling prices recorded at 142,850 dinars per $100, while buying prices stood at 142,750 dinars per $100. This mirrors Baghdad's trend and signals a broader nationwide adjustment. At first glance, a modest rise in the dollar may not seem like breaking news. But in Iraq, where exchange rate stability has been a cornerstone of government policy, such moves reveal deeper tensions. The Central Bank of Iraq has been working to stabilize the dinar through monetary reforms, banking system adjustments, and tighter regulation of currency traders. Yet, every fluctuation exposes the ongoing challenges. For investors who closely follow the possibility of a future revaluation of the Iraqi dinar, these updates serve as critical indicators. A rising dollar suggests that the dinar still faces pressure, whether from supply and demand dynamics, regional trade flows, or international economic shifts. Some analysts argue that until Iraq diversifies its economy beyond oil and strengthens its financial institutions, these fluctuations will remain common. On the ground, for Iraqi citizens, it often comes down to the price of everyday essentials. Imported goods, from electronics to basic household items, are priced in dollars. So when the dollar strengthens, Iraqis may end up paying more, even if local salaries remain unchanged. This creates economic stress, particularly for lower and middle-income families. Now, many in the international community of dinar watchers may ask, what does this mean for the much-debated possibility of a dinar revaluation? The reality is that a revaluation requires far more than day-to-day exchange shifts. It demands deep financial reforms, international partnerships, and stability across Iraq's economic system. Still, fluctuations like this remind us that Iraq's currency remains highly sensitive, and that change, whether gradual adjustment or major policy shift, is always on the table. In fact, episodes like this often spark renewed speculation among investors. If the central bank allows small movements now, could it be preparing for bigger announcements down the line? Or are these fluctuations simply part of the normal volatility of an emerging market currency? The truth is, both perspectives hold weight. So, while today's rise of the dollar against the dinar may seem like just another update in the market, it actually tells a larger story. It shows us the challenges facing Iraq's financial stability, the pressure on ordinary citizens, and the ongoing global conversation about the dinar's future. Here at Currency Revalue, we'll continue to track these developments closely, bringing you the facts, the analysis, and the insights you need to stay informed. If you're invested in or simply curious about the Iraqi dinar and where it could be heading, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. The next shift in the market could come sooner than expected.